Hi guys, my name's Seb Tudor, I'm the man on the Silver Mountain, and welcome back to Paladins for another how-to. And today we're going to be touching on Evie, who I understand a lot of people have issue with. As you can see, just sat out here. Some characters I've played a lot, some characters I've played very little of, some characters as with Buck, when you saw me practicing the other day, I've practiced them, I've worked out how to play them, but then when I actually end up playing on a team with other people, I tend to just fill the gaps. And the gaps that are usually left, unfortunately, in this game tend to be either the tank or the support. And so that's why I've got like Barak and Makoa and even Ruckus here on a silver frame. Or I've got the three healers that I usually default to, either Grover, Maldamba, or Ying. But apparently, Evie is one that gives people a lot of trouble. I've not played her all that much, but I have got a build for everybody, and I've worked them out early on. So let's take a look. So with Evie, some of the things that she's particularly good at are getting in and getting out. She's one of these flankers with a very high mobility, but also has the ability just to be obstructive, just to get in the way. She's maybe not so much a purely movement based character like say Maeve, but she has that capacity just to get in the way. And so the things that I've got as part of her build, I've got the increase in movement speed for a few seconds after her ice block ends, because obviously if you've been sat there in the middle of the point, holding the point in your ice block, trying to make sure that the enemy team doesn't take the advantage if your allies have been like mulched, then having that movement speed to get clear again after your ice block ends is a really useful thing. Obviously, ice block, it allows you to sit there and hold yourself in a kind of safe space, safe environment for a while, and so having the reduced cooldown on that is useful. The increased range on blink, because that way you can make sure that you're out of sight before you move into combat. The reduction in self damage and the removal of knockback I find useful, just because I don't want her weapon to kind of be the reason that I've ended up in trouble. It's quite a simple thing to me to go, do you know what, I don't really care to kill myself. And then the capacity to blink to heal her as she goes, because you can blink in, you can blink out, and there's the way of things. But let's also just take a look at her skills as well, because it's an interesting set of things to take a look at. But that's how it compares to the default, which I didn't do with Barak last time, but it doesn't matter. And then I take her healing up 600 per second during ice block, purely because it means that she's got an awful lot of self-heal going. Yeah, be it her blink heals her, be it she's taking heals from her ice block and being able to get out of it, or taking health from kills and things like that. But anyway, let's get into the shooting range and take a look at what she's got. And unlike last time, we've turned off the stupid auto pick feature for items, so make sure that we're not going to get blindsided by stupid shit again. Where is she? There she is. Okay, so we're going to take our ice block and we're going to take our build. Okay, so Evie here is a fun character. She's an interesting one, but she is a little annoying at times. So like, for example, let's go to the max range, so about 150. Let's take a pot shot at that first sky. Her projectile moves very slowly but hits very hard. So what was that again? So that there was a straight 900 odd damage. But again, I can pepper these down range, and there's a good chance that I'm not going to hit her, because it's like one Mississippi, about one and a half seconds just, you know, to hit. But I don't know if she's got damage drop off actually. No, she doesn't. So you can get in and take them out just as easily like that, where they don't have as much of a chance to escape. Which means that Evie can kind of sit back and snipe, get up somewhere high and take them out. That's absolutely fine. But obviously, if you want to make sure that you hit your shots, and you want to be up close and you're quick, so let's take advantage of that. The way that I tend to try and use Evie, it might not work, is blink in, like take out as many people as possible, probably from behind after getting in from somewhere where they've not seen me, and then you just soar out. You know, or if the only issue that I have with her blink, which was also one of the other reasons why I ended up taking healing on her blink, is quite frankly just because sometimes if someone spots kind of the direction that you're going in, then you end up kind of blinking and basically being taken out straight away. The other thing with people don't seem to realize about her blink is if you hold E, you can aim it pretty precisely, and then it's only when you let the button go that you actually move. So you can plan out kind of where you're going. So, you know, it's one of these things that I see people just seemingly spamming the blink and just disappearing off to God knows where, not really knowing what's going on, and then, you know, take a second just to aim where you're going so that you can, there you go, and then you can just soar away. And you're safe. And you can continue to annoy people. But also, you know, our Fernando's just been killed. I know he's not dead yet. Ow, that hurt. But I know he's not dead yet. We'll let him die. And then, if this is the point, please die. There you go. Then, you know, all we need to do is sit there and we've got a good few seconds just to hope for some support. And there you go. That's a useful thing. But then with her ult, you know, slowing everyone down, dealing damage, it does move. This is the thing. It doesn't just stay in one place. It does move a little bit. So if you're moving with it, it will slowly progress and it will take things out. It means that you don't necessarily have to kind of get straight onto the point and drop it. If you're moving towards the point and you're being hammered as you're coming in to use it, then just use it. Just get it free so that you can kind of stop those people from getting clear of the point, stop those people from potentially taking out your allies and causing them to scatter. It's much more effective as a means of causing panic than it is a means of like just purely killing people. But anyway, that's that. So let's leave this. It's going to take a second just to drop us out again. There we go. Right, now let's get into a siege mode again, and we will take our Evie. Now we're probably... Oh, we got a Maldamba. We're alright. But yeah, we're going to be our little immortal sorceress here. More soul-bound with a ice wraith or something. So we're going to take her for a spin, and we're going to see what we do. Again, though, on Frozen Guard, one of the maps that I actually quite enjoy. The ones that I tend to... I'll do videos on maps later on, but you know, there are some maps that I really enjoy and some maps that I don't. Most of the icy ones I find to be really good. The more jungly ones are the ones that kind of... I don't know, some of them have some really odd kind of makeup to them. But yeah, so we'll take this, take that. Right, so what we're going to go for first, what have we got on the other team? We've got an Inara and a Pip. So they're going to be mostly focused on healing more than anything else. So before we take anything else, as much as we might want to take Cronus later and some of these others and so on, the first thing we want to do is cause as much annoyance to the enemy team. So we're going to take Cauterize just so that their Pip isn't very effective, their Inara's self-heals aren't going to do as much, so that it's going to be easier to take people down. I mean, they've got an Androxus as well, he's quite good at the self-heal, and then these two don't have a hope in hell of healing much unless they're taking people out, and that's the card they've taken. But as that's not the card they've taken, we'll just roll with what we've got for the moment.
The battle has begun.
Evie riding a flaming horse. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut up this way because obviously we're a flanker. We're going to try and pin people from the side, and we're going to try and be some annoying little shit. But they're gonna come up this way, and we're just gonna pepper them down there. There we go. We took someone out. Who else we got? Oh, they got that one. Okay. There we go. Clipped him in the legs, and now we're just gonna put these down range because they're gonna come running around there eventually. And as much as they're a slow-moving projectile, there we go. Took out Canessa straight away just because she walked straight in as she came around that corner. Cool. I reckon we're probably going to be the people escorting the payload because no one else is doing it apart from Victor here. Good job, Victor, doing your part. So we might not end up doing quite as much in the way of flanking as I would ordinarily try to do. But what we'll do is we'll take a saw up here and we'll just end up behind Inara over there, and we just need to keep an eye on Drogos and stuff. We're just going to use this, get our health back, and then we're just going to blink over here. And then we're just going to pepper those down range. And yeah, now we're just all on the cart, which works really well, apart from Maeve, who's decided to sit back. But, you know, hey-ho. All is cool and good with the world. See, now there you've got an NPC Inara who's just deciding that actually sitting up on top is a good idea. You know, I can't figure out why people think that that's a good idea. Even the NPCs seem to think it's a good idea. But yeah, so we just drop in here, annoy these guys over here. We've just been slowed, so we may as well get clear, but then we can just get over here and we can just hide in the bush for a second. Sort ourselves out, make sure that we're clear, move back in. Apparently we're just off on our shots for taking out. We just throw this here just so that she can't get away, just so that she's stuck in place. Where's he gone? Oh, he's up there. Oh, he's there actually. Either way, that's the first part. What else are we going to take? Well, we're going to take this so that we can just get those things going a bit faster. We're going to take that on eliminations. We're not going to worry about the defensive tree too much just for now. Just because, you know, our main defense is our mobility. We don't have a lot of health. We don't have an awful lot in the way of defenses apart from our ice block, which just makes us essentially immune anyway. So the thing that we're going to be looking at more than anything is just trying to get out of dodge or keep moving just so that we're a hard target. So hop down here again. We'll cut up the side again. We'll leave it for a second because ordinarily if you've attacked up the side with a human team, Maldamba straight up causing them some problems with a little bit of fear there. So then we're just going to continue to shoot these down range. I mean, there are lots of people that go off hunting kills, and I realise that that's a way to more effectively flank. But at the same time, it's like it's an objective-based game. You're going to get the kills quite happily because everyone's. You know, you're going to quite effectively get the kills just for sitting on the point, because you know, everyone's all running off that way again. I mean, I know we're on the move, but still. So what we'll do is we'll just saw over here. Oh, we got stunned. Didn't mean to get stunned. That's fine. So now we'll take out Pip. We'll take out Inara. We'll take out him, apparently. And now we can regroup. So we've potentially just got 3 kills from the back. She's gone. If we need to heal, we'll hit our ice block. Hopefully that Drogo isn't going to cause us much of a problem. Nope, he's taken out. That's cool. So, you know, we'll just be very thankful to our healer there for sorting us out with a little bit of healing. Oh, I didn't mean to. See, that's what I'm talking about. We died. That's what I was talking about. I didn't look so much at where I was going to teleport to, and so I ended up teleporting. But also, we're here again, so as we're only approaching the end, we'll take the direct damage reduction simply because that way maybe Kinessa won't shoot us in the head quite so much, even though she's dead at the moment. So we'll head straight back in. That Androxus has just used his ult, which is absolutely fine. But it means now we're just going to pepper in on this point. We've got 55 seconds. We're going to throw this in just to really end on it. Ooh. I was going to move in and try and ice block on the point, but unfortunately we got shot in the head just before we had the capacity to. We could take something else because we're at 600, but it doesn't matter. We're like points. We're moments from the end, so we'll get back on that point and help our team win it. Because I think. There you go. We're just going to sit here for a second, and then where's she gone? Fair enough. They're not. We're not getting quite far enough to make sure we hold that. But we lost that one. That's fine. What we'll do is take some more cauterize just to try and lower their sustain, and then all we need to do is take the point, which so far we've not had a problem with because we've got a fair amount of damage. So we can just drive in against their Inara, and especially if the rest of our... Yeah, we've got a few people taking cauterize just to try and lower their Pip's healing capacity and kind of knock these characters out. So, you know, we'll be fine. We'll get in and we'll sort out this last win, and then we'll see how we did. We'll see if we got those flanking kills. We'll see if we actually got those recognized to see how well we counted as a flank, or whether or not our Maeve took it away from us. Or maybe they're Androxus. You know, maybe we'll see. But hey ho, right, so we're gonna cut up here again as we have before. So they're gonna... Yeah, may as well just help out at the point. They seem to have driven them off fairly successfully. Oh. There you go. Another kill. And we win. I wonder who got to play the game. Probably Victor there. Who knows? We'll see. Oh no, Maldamba. Good for Maldamba. Okay, so he got all the kills off the end of his ulti. That's cool. That worked. That was good for him. Right, let's see how we did though. That's the important thing. Apparently, no one got best flank. Most objective time and top kill streak. Okay, fair enough. So, yeah, we probably could have done better if we had a team that that was actually like sitting in roles with Drogoz sitting maybe out front, Maldamba and a tank on the point, and then Maeve and myself going out and hunting kills instead and harrying the enemy. But you know, it all worked out, and so that's my basic rundown for Evie so far in this game. Obviously, I haven't played her an awful lot, but that's the basic rundown of kind of her ins and outs. I mean, this is the problem that I have with using flankers in this game to one extent or another. The flankers that are in the game are some of the more varied characters, and the unfortunate thing is that a lot of the maps that they have in the game are, relatively speaking, quite small, with only a certain number of routes that most of these characters can take. And so as a result, you know, where you've got Evie or Maeve, who are maybe a bit more mobile and can go kind of airborne and so on and so forth, you've got Skye and you've got Lex over here, who are much more bound to the ground, and they have to try and find their way through people. Granted, Lex has got his combat slide for a little bit more mobility, but he's not going to do much in the way of moving around. Sky's got her stealth to try and bypass people, but that if you want to take out Sky, it's pretty easy. You can take the bits and pieces required to take her out, but often she's not as much of a threat overall. It's just her ult that gets in the way. But yeah, there's Evie. There's our little ice sorceress. Anyway, hope you found this interesting, guys. I hope you found it enjoyable, and yeah, otherwise tell me in the comments which hero you would like to see me, or which champion you'd like to see me take a look at next. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Take care. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then please drop us a like and subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the video tomorrow. Take care.